Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another very interesting session. And as we speak, Tahavur Rana, one of the key conspirators of the Mumbai 26/11 attack, has been brought to India for investigation. And after a very long time, he has been extradited from the US. We'll be talking about that in detail, as well as what Modi might be planning in this particular case, as well as the fact that Urvashi and SRK has some sort of similarities. We'll be talking about as to what exactly those similarities are. So welcome Manjeet, welcome Pursak, welcome Meera, welcome each and everyone who is tuning in live, as well as watching this in your free time. So friends, if you do like our content, make sure to hit that like button and share this video with your friends. And so coming to the first piece of news, friends, and as we have discussed that Salman Khan is really desperate for some sort of attention for himself, because his movie Sikandar became the biggest flop after a period of 10 years, right? It's one of the biggest flops in the career of Salman Khan. And now, Salman Khan also became desperate to invite Kunal Kamra to the Big Boss show. And Kunal Kamra, gave the biggest rejection to him. And also Kunal Kamra, if you don't forget the fact that he made fun of Salman Khan in one of his stand-up comedy shows. So welcome, Gloria. So now the next piece of news is that Salman Khan knows that his films are not, running well in the box office. His Big Boss shows are not getting enough TRP. So what is the next process is that he is having a live performance event with several of these actors and actresses, which you see on this particular picture, in Wembley Arena, London, on 5th of May. And so this is he has the likes of Tiger Shroff, Varun Dhawan, Madhuri Dixit, Kriti Sanon, Disha Patani, Sara Ali Khan, and many others. So he's trying to get some sort of attention, some sort of revenue from this particular event, which will be staged at the Wembley Arena in London. So you can see how from mere actors, from big superstars, they are just reduced to mere performers, and many of them are just performing for big weddings in India for a very small amount of fees. Before the advent of social media and before the whole SSR case, they were charging a bomb for each and every performance in big budget weddings across India. So now they have been reduced to the ground, and you can see that these people have just become performers, and they're performing at these so-called live event shows across the world, and creating some sort of revenue for themselves, because they have very high maintenance lifestyles to maintain. And how do they do that? So by doing all these things, they have alternate businesses, and they have other ways of investing in other businesses as well, like startups and everything. So this is how things are happening at the moment. And so coming to the next piece of news, friends, and apparently you have Manoj Desai. He shared his thoughts on how stars like SRK, Salman Khan, and Amir Khan have reduced the number of films they do. And he said that there's only one reason they don't want to become do so much films, because they don't want to become very cheap in public. They want to maintain their status, and when it comes to status, they get to do a little bit change here and there, and that's why they are doing it. And so this guy Manoj Kumar, he's a very box office specialist, and he said that this is the reason that they don't. He thinks that the Khans don't want to portray themselves as being very, very cheap, and that's why they act in very less films. But I think this guy is not very well informed, because as he must know that the Khans have lost their value, right? That now, especially with the advent of good content on social media platforms, good content from other countries like Korean, Korean serials, Korean films, which is very very high value content, which is available to the youth of India, that they don't have to watch the same recycled Karan Johar, crap, and also over and over again. Even otherwise, people are fed up of Khans and Bollywood. Yes, Leena ji. Good evening. So, coming to the next piece of news, it is quite interesting is that Urvashi and SRK. Now, as all of you know, that Urvashi Rautela, she hardly has a few films in hand, and she acted in a Telugu film, and it was a very vulgar song as well. It was a song called WD WD, and she has, as we discussed, she has a Versace home. So how is she making so much of money is a question, right? She doesn't have many films in hand, but still she's living a lifestyle of a billionaire. She has a home designed by Versace. She's living in a huge flat in Mumbai with a rent of 6 lakhs per month. So how is she able to afford all this? Is very big question. And now that she said that I am completely absorbed in my work, if people are saying this, then they can also say that after Shah Rukh Khan, Urvashi Rautela is the best promoter when it comes to promoting films. That's why even the Hollywood makers of Reacher Season 3 approached me to promote their show. So there's a reason behind it, and this is a moment of praise. So she says that she's the best promoter after Shah Rukh Khan of films. So I really don't understand. Is she delusional? Or is she being serious? Is she being sarcastic? So all these questions come to play, and this is how the media is also sort of giving space to actresses like this, and you hardly see the nepotistic kids making any headlines, and that is very bad for the PR of the nepotistic kids. You have Karan Johar with a lot of hard work. He's trying to launch all these nepo kids, give them opportunities in Netflix produced films, right? For Saif Ali Khan's son Ibrahim and Boni Kapoor's daughters Kushi Kapoor. But despite all that, people are just not interested. People are not watching their reels. People are not watching their promos. People are not watching anything of nepo kids, right? And that is a very big alarming thing for Bollywood, and they really don't know what to do at this point of time. Namaste, Meenakshi ji. So, coming to the next piece of news, friends, and now this is quite interesting because we had talked about this earlier, and it's quite controversial. In fact, is that singer Abhijit Bhattacharya? As you know, he is a lovely singer, and he has sung wonderful songs. In the past, and he opened up about his relationship with SRK. So now, in a throwback interview, Abhijit shared his thoughts about his professional relationship with some of the people like Shah Rukh Khan. And when it came to Salman Khan, Abhijit was dismissive, saying that Salman wasn't even worth discussing. His remarks reflected a rather critical and sharp attitude, especially towards Salman Khan. He acknowledged that he had some sort of personal issues with Shah Rukh Khan. And during this time when Salman's alleged hit and run case was making headlines, Abhijit had stirred controversy by blaming those sleeping on the streets for the tragedy. So many perceived his comment as a show of support for Salman Khan. However, Abhijit later denied backing the actor and clarified that his statement was about the dangers of sleeping on roads, not about defending anyone. He maintained his opinion but insisted it had nothing to do with supporting Salman Khan. So apparently, Abhijit Bhattacharya, he knows that if he was to get opportunities in Bollywood for singing songs at that point of time, right, he got a lot of opportunities to sing songs because he had to butter the Khans, especially Salman Khan. So that's why he, went to the extent of blaming the people sleeping on the footpath. I mean, how disgusting is that, right? That you're blaming people sleeping on the footpaths, and that's the reason why does it give the license for any big superstar to just drive the car, or his driver to drive the car over the footpath and kill them? So all this is a very big, flaws in our judicial system, right? That powerful people, they always get away with these kind of, uh, you know, criminal activities, right? So now, welcome. Good morning, Sharon. Sharon, yes. So now you have, these stories coming forth again, and you will see that more and more people of yesteryears, they will come forth. They will come forth in podcast, and they will reveal, what really happened with the Khans, right, and how their working relationship was, and they will openly, expose any such negative circumstances which they might have had with these people. So doesn't look like there's much hope for these guys. Welcome, Milburn. Sadly, they never learn. Yes. So now, the one more thing is that huge sums of money is being poured into the PR companies of these cons. So all the PR companies of these cons, they will employ a lot of these social media trolls on many channels, on many YouTube channels, who criticize these cons as well. So they will try to badmouth any people who criticize these cons on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. So if you notice that their fans are very very foul mouthed, and these so-called fan clubs are also part of the PR companies who are working for these cons, because they want to float the perception that all these cons are still very very young, and they are still just like college boys, and they still want to make some excuses to act with young actresses like Rashmika Mandana. So that's a sad state of situation. But people have become smart. People are no longer dumb idiots in India. So now they know that they have all the good content to see. So one very important, hilarious thing which has happened, friends, is that, let me show you this picture. And yes, it is Salman Khan who is climbing a tree in his farmhouse, right? So this is quite hilarious that he wants to show the perception that he is still very young, despite being 60 plus in age, that he can climb a tree by himself. And the fan club of his, the so-called fan club, they said that this is the perfect video to shut down his trolls after the failure of Sikandar in the box office. So many actors like Varun Dhawan, Ananya Pandey, they all praised Salman Khan for climbing this tree. So it looks like a huge achievement, friends, and that is why they call him a superstar in India. So now, you can see that how the public has, literally made these people so insecure about themselves. At one point of time, these people were so full of arrogance that they used to mock reporters, they used to mock media people, they used to mock even certain, fans who wanted to take selfies with them. And now you can see where they are right now at this point of time. No, they are nowhere, right? So now, a very good news is that the terrorist Tahavur Rana, right? He is back in India thanks to Donald Trump, and now it is very interesting that Tahavur Rana, a key suspect in the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, has been extradited from the US to India following a lengthy legal process, and he was arrested by the NIA, which secured his custody for 18 days to interrogate him about his alleged involvement in the 2008 attacks that claimed 166 lives. Rana, once a member of the Pakistan Army Medical Corps, emigrated to Canada in the late 1990s before moving to the US. And the NIA charge sheet reveals that there were over 230 phone calls between Rana and Headley during this period of the attacks, indicating a high level of coordination between them. Rana was reportedly in communication with another conspirator, Major Iqbal, as detailed in the charge sheet. Before the attacks, Rana visited India and allegedly discussed potential targets in South Mumbai. Rana will remain in NIA custody for 18 days, during which the agency will question him in detail in order to unravel the complete conspiracy behind the deadly attacks. So now I really have some questions. As he is a Canadian citizen, so can he be really, punished in India? Right, is one of the questions which I have in mind. And the NIA has 18 days, to completely grill him. Will Rani maybe expose any involvement with the political parties who were in power at that particular point of time? So we all know who it was, right? So if there was any involvement, will it get exposed? So all this, uh, we'll have to wait and watch. And also certain journalists who, exposed the positions of, our Jawans during the 26/11 terrorist attack. Will he be able to expose any such crucial details in the interrogation with the NIA? Is some of the things which comes to my mind, right? So, as a few days, let us see how this thing develops. And quite interestingly, Congress party says that this guy needs a fair trial in India. So all of a sudden, they seem to be sympathizing with this terrorist guy, right? It is quite shocking. It's not shocking. It is. Now, I wouldn't say it's surprising either that the Congress party seems to be sympathizing with all these terrorists and everything, right? Let us hope, people in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, they learn something out of this, right? Because they don't believe in voting for the BJP at the moment. Welcome, Ramya. So now, coming to the next piece of news, friends, and I find this a very, very disturbing thing. So what exactly is it? So now, Sunny Deol has responded to Pakistani artist Fawad Khan's comeback to the Hindi film industry with Abir Gulal in a conversation. Sunny Deol said he doesn't mind Pakistani actors getting work in India. Known for cross-border patriotic films like Border and Gadar, Sunny Deol was asked about this, what he thinks about Fawad Khan's return to Bollywood. And I wouldn't like to go on to the political side because that's where the things start getting messy. We are actors, we work for everyone all over the world. Even if somebody is watching or not, we are for everyone, nothing like that. The more the way the world has become, so we should stay global and let there be more countries. That's the way it should be. It is very, very disturbing that you have a Pakistani actor getting work in India, in Indian films. Isn't it a security concern? What is the NIA, what is the intelligence agencies doing in India? I really don't know. Shouldn't this be a concern, right? That Pakistani actors are getting work in India, and why is this not being raised by the mainstream media, right? When you have Indian cricket team not playing cricket in Pakistan, right? So why is the Pakistani actors getting work in India? Is my question. Is there some ulterior motive? Who are the producers? Who are the directors who behind this film? Is also the big question, right? So all this has to be, scrutinized. When you have the film Empuran in Kerala, you saw the kind of raids that the ED did along with the for Gokulam Gopalan, right? One of the producers in that particular film. So this film in which Fawad Khan is getting work, it has to be scrutinized, right? So you can see that, friends, that in Bollywood, as well as they have a very deep affinity for Pakistani actors and actresses. We saw that with Mahira Khan, one of the Pakistani actresses, acting opposite Shah Rukh Khan in the film Race, if you remember, right? So, how did this all happen, right? These are very big questions. Have you seen an Indian actor or actress acting in a Pakistani film or serial, right? I know they are not very desperate and they don't want that kind of cheap cash, but still, will they be given the opportunity in Pakistan? Definitely not, right? Each and every Indian person, who goes to Pakistan is watched under deep scrutiny by the Pakistani government. So it is a very disturbing thing indeed. And so, friends, this is how things are being put in play in India, and we'll be discussing more things, as things move on. But one thing is for sure that Modi ji has got a very big victory in this particular thing, that the Waqf board amendment bill has been passed. That's a very big achievement, and also this particular extradition of this guy Tahavur Rana, who was responsible for the 26/11 attacks. So all these things are at least very very nice to see, and things are moving great as far as the Modi and BJP government is concerned. And this is we'll have to wait and see how this plays a big role in the Bihar elections as well. Now, as far as the Disha Salient case is concerned and SSR case is concerned, I do think that Nilesh Oja can navigate his way through all the troubles which is being put on him, because as we know that very important people, including politicians and actors, are involved in this Disha Salient case, and I'm sure that he will navigate through all this, and he will get Disha Salient the justice hopefully very very soon. So, friends, with this last remark, we will see you tomorrow, and until then, Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.